getting a guy like Brad Hand, getting a guy like Hudson.
Yeah.
I mean, no more excuses.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playalog. And today, guys, we're going to be looking at baseball as a whole this week prior, this week coming. What to look out for. Before we get into it, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Baseball content all the time. All right, my dude. One thing that a lot of people have been keeping their eyes on for the past little while is the extension talks going on with Mr. Buxton from the Minnesota Twins. Obviously having an insane year prior to getting hurt, an OPS of 1.176, a batting average of 369. He was on a tear. He was looking like an early MVP prediction.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Twins had offered him an extension, and he has currently turned it down. Not enough guaranteed money.
No.
Now, because of that, the trade rumors, they are circulating.
They are circulating. Just to give you a little bit of detail on what exactly he turned down, they offered him $73 million for 7 years. That's a pretty banging deal for someone like Bryon Buxton. However, there is the injury concern, so I understand why it's a little bit cheaper. But, I mean, if I'm the Twins, that's a pretty nice deal. I'm willing to give that money for a guy that could be an MVP type of player.
Well, it's weird with him,
think?
right? Because, like, he's got a career OPS of, I believe it's something like 751.
Right.
Then he comes out this season, he pops off, and the conversation's always been like, if this guy's healthy for a whole year, he'll do it. Obviously, the injuries are a thing. So because of that, he's actually on the IL right now.
Yes, yeah.
And that just adds another wrench into the whole thing about, could he be traded now? Could he be traded later?
Well, it could be. I think it's very much, he could be, because he's still got one more year left on his deal. He is available. He's still on contract for 2022. So, not only trading for someone that could, if he comes back, could give you a boost in the playoffs, but also can help you out next year. So, honestly, he could. But dang, if they can lock him up, because they countered-offered with $80 million. That's still not that much, guys. You're getting it for a guarantee. This guy could be an MVP. And like you said, if he does it, he could be MVP. We got to see it, unfortunately, in the injuries. But I don't know. I like that deal. I think they should just do it.
Yeah,
I think he should just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I do think he's definitely got a crap load of potential there. A couple teams that I was looking at, I know we haven't talked a whole lot about these guys, but the Seattle Mariners are out here actually doing some pretty good stuff right now. They might be in the market for not only a hitter to help them this year if he does come back, but also next year.
That'd be huge.
I think that could be a pretty good landing spot for him if he is on the market before the trade deadline. Also, if they don't trade him prior to July 30th, which it's not guaranteed that they're going to do. That still doesn't mean that he couldn't be shipped off in the off season. It could definitely happen. This all depends on what route the Twins want to go down.
Yeah, it's kind of similar in the case where it's like Chris Bryant, was a lot of rumors around him, whether he was going to be traded in the off season because he was going to his last year. Buxton, very similar, obviously not an MVP like Bryant, but definitely warranting the conversation to be talked about.
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Other stuff happening in baseball right now. Talking about people getting hurt. Superstar Mookie Betts takes to the IL. 10-day IL right now. Some hip inflammation. He was just starting to really pick it up too.
That's good. Yeah, well, it's not good they got hurt, but good that he was picking it up. And that's a huge blow for the Dodgers. I mean, they also had Cody Bellinger just go back on the IL with an injury as well to his hamstring. So that's not looking good. But it's the Dodgers. They're going to buy someone. Someone's going to step up. They're going to be fine.
Yes.
I'm not too worried.
Yes. I mean, the Dodgers have hitters out the wazoo, so I think that they should be okay. I got to shout these guys out right now because I was looking at this statistic. I couldn't freaking believe it. I knew that they were good. I didn't know that they were this good. Leaders in ERA right now, you need to have a certain amount of innings pitched. The Brew Crew out here. 3 in the top 5, leading the league in ERA. Woodruff. 2nd, Corbin Burns, and 5th breakout star Freddie Peralta. The more I think about it, the more I like this team postseason. I want to see you, Brew Crew, make some moves before July 30th.
Yeah, it'd have to be for a bat because like your pitching staff is perfectly set up for postseason. You got those 3 guys that Nick just mentioned, plus you got Josh Hader in the back of that bullpen. That's a combination for lockdown games, 3 games at least. And if you can grab those, maybe get a 4-man rotation going, maybe get another starting pitcher. Not really sure about the back half of your rotation, but yeah, you grab another bat, line him up with Yelich. Oh my God. Really good. And our boy Rowdy Tellez is doing really good over there.
Rowdy Tellez is doing pretty nice. So I expect to see some Brew Crew action come July 30th. What else you got, dude?
Yeah, so actually a guy that is being activated today on Monday is Eloy Jimenez. Remember that dude?
Oh my goodness gracious.
He's being activated after missing 4 months with a pectoral tendon whatever, like disconnection or strain or whatever.
Okay.
But wow, it was bad because his career 45 home runs and 681 at-bats, 848 OPS.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big loss for that club, and they're just getting stronger. It's like they just traded for him mid-season.
I mean, like, this is a guy that you know, right up there with Louis Robert. Like, he's supposed to be the future of this ball club, you know, and I mean, like, they lost Louis Robert as well, so getting this guy back is just going to help them out even more, I think. Obviously, he's a stud. He's a slugger. He slugs that baseball harder than anyone these days.
Home runs.
Yeah, I mean, like he's right up there with, you know, some of the other guys. You know, like obviously you haven't seen enough to put him in the Vlad tier, but I know that he's been talked about in that caliber of player, right? So that's a big addition for the White Sox, who will also be very active come this trade deadline. I know a lot of rumors circulating around them about potentially an Adam Frazier or an infield guy. So that's interesting. You know, trade deadline, something that I wanted to do a little minute monologue about. I did not. Talking about Mad Max becoming available. I know that this isn't necessarily news anymore.
Right. But official.
But it's official. It's official. It looks like they are going to be fielding offers. They're going to be discussing it with him. That's honestly insane. I cannot wait to see if he gets traded, where he goes, and every single team and their dog needs to be on the phone right now, calling the Washington Nationals, begging them, please give us Max Scherzer.
Unless you're like, can you imagine Colorado makes a trade for Max Scherzer?
No.
Oh,
that would implode the internet.
Yeah. Like what?
Implode the internet.
Max would be like, I'm pissed off. I'm out of here. Like I'm quitting right now.
Yeah.
That's good. And a team that might trade for him, maybe the Dodgers, maybe the Giants. They're also been rumored and linked to a pitcher from the AL Central. Danny Duffy is being linked to them right now. They're going after him. He's only pitched 61 innings. He's dealt with some injuries, but a 2.51 ERA for Danny Duffy is something you got to look at seriously. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, so
that's pretty damn good.
Dodgers dealing with their injuries and scandals over there in their pitching staff, and the Giants looking for that extra arm to send their already amazing season into frickin' the stratosphere.
Yes.
That's a good place for him. Also, another trade rumor, the Blue Jays have inquired about Brad Hand and Daniel Hudson. Both really good relief pitchers on the Washington Nationals. Brad Hand has been picking it up as of late. His ERA has dropped to 3.63 with 20 saves on the season.
Not bad.
Really good. And Daniel Hudson, low-key, he was a Jay actually in 2019. Low-key, putting up a 2.37 ERA with a 13.4 strikeout per 9.
Very under the radar.
Yeah.
Those are the type of players that we need to lock it down.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had our bullpen woes. Getting a guy like Brad Hand, getting a guy like Hudson.
Yeah.
I mean, no more excuses.
No more excuses.
No more excuses after that.
Yeah, like you can't be, now we don't have to put in, Barnes or Baraki. We can slide those guys down and put these guys in. These guys would be perfect, man. Like, I'm tired of blowing games when we're in the lead, but we just need a bit more of a bridge to get us to our good guys, and then we blow the game, aka what you saw on Sunday.
Yeah, totally, man. I will admit though, and if we do you have any more baseball?
That's basically it for baseball.
Great.
For me.
Then for me, I think it's a great transition to speak on what the Blue Jays did this past week. I would argue that it wasn't necessarily the bullpen's fault this past week. In fact, it just felt like we were outmatched most of the week. Boston took us to Pound Town, 2 games basically in a row. We missed out on that middle one because it got rained out. And then the Mets also winning 2 games out of a 3-game series. We did manage to take one where the offense exploded, leading us to a 10-3 victory. However, the other 2 games, just not enough. 4 runs scored in the other 2 games against the Mets. That's not enough offense, and the pitching gave up just a bit too much. So, I mean, yeah, this was a rough week for the Blue Jays. This was a rough week.
But the thing, I love how you said it. It's like, it's not the bullpen. It's a combination of everybody. It was the offense. It was the pitch. Our starting pitchers sucked this week.
Yeah.
Except for Stripling and Matz. They were actually the 2 best players. And then Rio did decent, but not that great. And the bullpen a little bit, like in this game. The bullpen did it in this game.
No,
so,
it really
it's a combination
felt
of everything.
like we were not as good as those other teams that we played.
No. We're not clicking, guys. One game, it's pure offense. Next game, it's pure pitching. It's nothing's happening at the same time. I don't know. And there really is. And we've been searching so long on this show to find out what the hell can we do to solve it. You can go and get guys, but if the guys don't figure it out together at the same time, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
Maybe it's management. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all these elements, guys. So it is, and I was getting frustrated on the live, just seeing the collapse, just seeing us lose another lead.
Totally.
Yeah, like,
I mean, it does feel like after you go, because I know that you were hot take predicting that we sweep this week. Throwback
totally
to that
opposite
clip. But it's like, even me, I was saying, like, we have to go 4-2 this week. We have to show that we are capable of dealing with these teams that are at the top of their divisions. There's no point to buy if we're going to get slapped around by the teams that we're inevitably going to face in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If we can come out here and actually put up a fight against these guys, then that will show the management and say, hey, these are guys that we can trust. We can go and actively buy, and they're going to make up for it when it comes time to the postseason. That's not what happened this week. It really is too bad. It felt like, we had that momentum coming out of the All-Star break, winning,
we swept Texas.
It was like 6 games in a row win streak. 4
Yeah,
games in a
something
row
like
win streak.
4 games,
4 games in a row win streak. My mistake.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
No. It is not enough. And currently our record is I didn't write it
49 and 46.
49 and 46.
It's the same 500 bullshit. It's the same 500 bullshit.
Right. So basically, dude, it's like we have to go on a run, guys. That's what this means. We have to go on a run. I know I don't want to count us out. I know about 2015. I'm aware of it.
Yeah, we're all aware of it.
You don't have to let me know. I do know that. However, if that run's going to happen, it has to start very soon, probably right now.
Yeah, and I just want to also throw like little shout out to that 2015 run. That was our second last year of our window, and we had to make the moves there because we had guys coming up on big deals. This is the beginning of our window.
Yes.
So as much as I know everybody wants to buy big, we have to remember to be smart. We have to disconnect our feelings because I get locked in emotionally into the season, and I want to win. And if they were to buy in big, I already know my fan emotion is going to be like, hell yes, let's go, let's win it this year. But I got to stand back a little bit because this week, and we're going to get to it a little bit later in the show, is not going to get any easier.
Yeah,
we're facing Boston again. And we just simply have to beat Boston.
Yeah, because frankly, bro, if we did go buy in heavy and then you do lose, it just hurts that much more.
Way more. And then you suffer the next year.
Yes.
You don't get anything better. You almost take a step back.
A video that I do want to cover a podcast prior to the deadline coming out is the perfect trade deadline for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Very sure.
I don't want to give too much away, but I think my initial thoughts would be a little bit chiller than everyone might hope.
I think I've said my thoughts on other like our wine on wine and stuff. So yeah, I think we might be on similar pages.
Might be on similar pages with that big guy. Okay, I mean, it wasn't all awful this week. There were a couple guys who did some good stuffs.
There was.
You want to get to the thingy?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for the thing.
All right, it's time. It is time for the J of the Week!
right, everybody. It is time to crown the J of the week. And this week, I love this man. I love his style. I love his hair. I love that average creeping up to almost 300.
It's nice.
It's very
nice
nice.
average.
Very nice average. The man is Bo Bichette. Congratulations, Bo Bichette. You won J of the week. Nick, do you want to tell us what Bo Bichette did this week?
He did a lot, big guy. I mean, he went for 7 for 19. He got a homer, a couple runs, scored, 5 RBIs, few walks too. He was just across the board doing what had to be done.
Yes.
He had a really nice game today on Sunday. Sadly, it wasn't enough to power us over and to win the game. But, I mean, he was looking really good as well this entire week. And like you said, the average creeping up. That thing's almost at 300 now.
Yeah.
I mean, it increasingly looks more and more and more like Bichette could be a 300 hitter for the Jays.
Totally.
And that is just...
That's money.
phenomenal.
That's money.
Phenomenal.
That is money. He's loving that 4 spot, too. That's also a change for those who maybe didn't catch the last 2 games of the Mets series. Bo Bichette's batting 4th.
Yep. Bo
And it's working.
Bichette is batting 4th, and that just goes to show his versatility.
Yeah.
He leads the league in runs, and yet we can slot him into that 4th spot and feel so overtly confident that he will get it done. He will pick up RBIs because his average with runners in scoring position is really good, just proving that he is overall super clutch.
He's super clutch. Congratulations, Bo, on the J of the week.
Yep.
All right. It's time to look at the week ahead.
Let's do it.
The reason why I say that was so woefully.
It's tough. It's a tough week. It's a bloody tough week.
And every time we do this, it's starting to get, every week I get less and less hope. And I'm like, shit, like, I can't predict good things anymore.
No. Not oftentimes.
Not often can I predict good things.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening this week.
All right.
Monday to Thursday, we have a series in Fenway Park facing Boston. 4-game series. That's tough. And then we are at home at the Rogers Center.
Wow.
On Friday through Sunday, facing Kansas City Royals, who are 42-55 records. So that's games that we need to capitalize on for sure.
Definitely.
All right, let's take a look at Monday. First game, we got Pivetta, a 4.37 ERA, facing off against, they haven't announced it, but it looks like it's going to be Robbie Ray, 3.12.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Richards, creeping up to almost a 5 ERA, 4.99 against, should be Steven Matz, 4.34.
Okay.
Wednesday, I'm guessing they're going to put the Hatch in. We're going to put Hatch in.
Oh, you think it's going to be that, eh?
It's going to be the Hatch, man.
Or maybe, who knows, by that point we have a new starter on the team.
Maybe we have a new starter.
God only knows.
That's
not
true.
Sure.
Maybe a move is done by Wednesday, boys and girls. It could be done.
If they were going to go and get a starter, I would probably imagine like we want it for Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
That would make sense.
Totally, because Friday is the trade deadline, so that would make sense. Not sure again to pronounce his name. Hauk, 2.50 ERA. No idea.
Okay, good ERA though.
The good ERA, yeah. And then Thursday we got Rodriguez, Erod versus Ryu. Shockingly, Erod's having a horrible year, 5.23 ERA.
Interesting.
Horrible year.
He must have been blown up pretty recently. Because
Yeah.
I thought he was doing better than that.
I thought he was too. Yeah, he must have been blown up. So let's look at that series. What do you think? We got 2 of our best pitchers playing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really matters,
No,
though. Like, we
but-
saw what Boston did to the Yankees today. They got no hit into the 8th, and then they came out and won. Like, it's a lineup that at any given moment against anybody can do anything. You know, like they can annihilate you, right? They're proving that, and not to say that our lineup can't do the same. However, their lineup is capitalizing in more situations than we are, and that's just the record for you.
That's just the record.
So I mean, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough to predict wins based on pitchers against a team like this.
Yeah. So that's why. God, I honestly was thinking, and I don't want to do it because I want to stay positive. I was going to predict going 1 and 3 in this series.
No, I can't actively allow you to do that on this podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm slowly killing the morale. No. But I am going to go 2 and 2.
Yeah. Well, 2 and 2 is the bare freaking minimum, man.
That's
2 and 2
what
is
I think
the
could actually
bare
happen.
freaking minimum. We have to at least take 2 games off of these freaking Sox. And then, frankly, when we go into KC, we need at least 2. I'm hoping for like a sweep.
The momentum of the crowd, the momentum of being back home. Everyone's freaking locked in.
Yeah. I mean, like it has to be something like that, right? Like if I was to actively go and predict analytically based on what we're doing, I think I would say 2 wins in Boston, 2 wins in KC.
Yeah.
That would put us at 4-3 on the week. However, I am going to say like we win 5 and we lose 2. And that's just the fan in me saying that that we have to.
We literally have to.
We have to. It's not a analytical thing. It's like we got to do it.
That's true. I am going to go 4-3. I do want to sweep KC. I think we can. I know we can.
At any given moment, we can do it, right? It is possible. So
if we go 4-3, bare minimum, we would be 53 and 49.
Oh,
and that is after the trade deadline. That'd be the 2 days after the trade deadline.
God. Okay, so realistically, by Friday. I mean,
by Friday, if we go 2-2,
right,
while we're playing KC, that's the trade deadline. So we'll be covering. And also, guys, shout out, we watch our trade covering. 51 and 48 is what it would be if we go 2-2 and split the series. 51 and 48. 51 and 48. That's not good enough.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough, dude. Like that's like, oh, like I'm just like, why are you torturing me like this? Like, and honestly, I feel for the poor management.
Yeah,
the poor management, dude. They're like, what do we do?
Yeah, what do you do?
You know, they're like,
well, we will come out with that video about what we should be doing.
Yes, it's gonna be a tough one for me.
I think, but again, not gonna say everything in the video, but I think there are moves out there that can be done.
Yeah, there are moves to be made.
That can be done that will help us this year and next year.
But guys, fans of the Blue Jays, we have to win 5 games this next week. That's just it's coming down to the wire where it's like you got to start going on a run. I know that there's more time.
2 months.
But realistically, like some of this more time needs to be spent winning ball games.
Yeah,
that should start right now.
We've already played like almost 2/3 of the season.
Yes,
it's getting close to that.
Yes,
almost at 100 games, guys. Like
because
it's time.
Frankly, guys, I'm aware. I mean, there is still time, but do you want to get to a month left of baseball at this same record?
No.
Because that now requires us to win like 10 games in a row.
Yeah.
And now we're asking for a crap load. We got to start right now.
I'm hoping the trade deadline can bring us some momentum.
Toronto
can bring us momentum. I want to feel a shift in the team. Not even see it, but feel a shift. Momentum is slow right now with us. Momentum is so slow.
Pick it up.
All right, guys. So that's the week ahead. A lot of shit's about to happen this week. But we're about to predict what's going to happen this week as well. I think it's time to spin that wheel.
The spinning fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week. It's time for that wheel. Oh,
okay. Battling here. We're battling.
We're fighting. It's not quite enough, but we did get a couple wins for Team Nick here. 2 off of you. You did take the one though, and I said it. I said it last podcast. I said that the second that I pick Guerrero for home runs, I would lose.
You know what? I think you should never pick him again. Bad mojo.
I think you're right, bro. It's clear. It is clear.
It's bad mojo.
Anyways,
can't pick him.
I lost that one. Springer, your selection.
You got
2.
Yeah.
Vladdy only got 1. I did win Jay Killer, though. Devers killed us a bit more than Bogart, who did literally nothing to us.
Yeah.
And then, like, the ERAs on both Ray and Ryu annihilated Stripling.
Yeah, Stripling got after that ball. I was so sad. I was coming home from work literally Monday. the day our show premieres, and I'm thinking about Stripling. Oh, he's gonna have a good start. I'm seeing my phone lighting up with just you sending gifs of chicken sizzling, and I'm like, oh no, it's not good.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not elite.
Dang. So the score is now 24 for me for Team Adam and 19 for Team Nick. So it's close.
Okay. So yeah, we're grinding our way back in. We gotta have some good weeks. We gotta steal a couple off of you because this is your week now.
My week.
Let's
do it.
Let's spin the freaking wheel. Now I have a tendency to spin bonus players. Not today.
I don't know. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm like
weighted or something.
It is, bro. It's like bonus player all the time. I'm just like, how do I do this?
Let's go. Skip to there. J Killer again.
J Killer again.
All right, I will let you go first on this one because again,
damn it.
So we are facing Boston again.
Yeah, I mean we're facing Boston again. I'm obviously going to pick one of the 3 Boston bats who are super good. I mean, you know what? He did good for me last week. Might as well double down on him. I'll go Devers.
You know what I'm gonna do? And I was thinking about this last week.
Martinez?
Kiki Hernandez.
Oh.
He got 2 homers off of us. Wow. And I've noticed even the last series before, he was homering off us. He just likes our pitching.
Okay.
He always kills us.
All right, fair enough.
I'm taking a wild stab.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Kiki
let's
Hernandez.
face it, dude. All of these, like these J killers, they're wild stabs, right?
Yeah.
Anything can really happen. I mean, Devers obviously elite player, but Kiki Hernandez, can he have a hot week? Totally.
Very well could.
Totally.
All right.
Let's see what it's gonna be.
Okay, come on.
Something I can win.
Come on, give me something.
No bonus player.
Okay, batters walks. Okay, let me take a little peeky at what the guys did. Who got a lot? Bo got a lot of walks. He got 3. Guerrero's got 4 walks. He's getting a lot. I mean, I think I just have to go with Guerrero for the walks.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's definitely reasonable and
walks.
fair.
He walks.
Guerrero will take his walks when they're there for him. Oof, this one's a little bit tricky. I don't really like trusting Bo Bichette with
the walks. Some
man.
weeks it's nothing.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
it's like I don't really like trusting Bo with those, and I mean Semien, like he's more of a he's a free swinger too.
He's similar to Bo, yeah.
Yeah, like Guerrero's definitely without Biggio actively being part of this lineup, Guerrero feels like the clear choice. I'll take a stab on George Springer. And say maybe he can get a few walks now that he's starting to pick it up a little bit. Maybe they get a little nervous about him and
avoiding his bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I feel like he's talented enough to lay off some of that garbage that they're going to throw him.
Solid selection.
Let's see what the last one is. Can I please avoid the bonus player?
Come on, bonus player.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Ah, thank God.
RBIs.
There you are. You get to go first again.
Well, I mean, let me just double check my rings. Let's see. Bloody. I only got 1 RBI last week. Wow. You know what?
I wanted him.
Bo Bichette.
I wanted him, man.
Yep, he's hot.
Yeah,
he's in that 4 spot now.
That's the thing. I was gonna be my selection.
Yeah.
I was gonna take Bo regardless of what you like. If you took anyone else.
No, he's hot.
Damn. Okay. I mean, it does feel like but he let me down last week. Why'd you do that, bro? Why'd you do that?
Vlad also, shut up, Vlad, if you're in the chat.
Yeah, shut up, Vlad, bro. I'll take him. I will take him. Like Vlad, I feel like that was a rough week for Vlad.
It was a rough
right?
week, yeah.
Let's get
1 RBI. That's insane.
That is insane. That doesn't happen very much. I mean, he leads the league in them. At least I think he still does. So, you know, I mean, gotta have a bounce back week if you want to lead the league continually. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
I mean, that's not. I'm not too disappointed with my squad. I think we have some potential. So do you.
Yeah.
But my friends, that is the Blue Jays Today show. It is coming to an end. We've talked everything baseball. We've talked a lot of Blue Jays stuff. We're gonna have a lot of content coming out this week, specifically a crap load of stuff targeting trades, a bunch of different other teams, the Jays as well. We are gonna be going live on Friday. It's gonna be a long live. We're gonna be looking at every single trade. We're gonna have our laptops up here. You're gonna be able to see them too. We're gonna be doing some baseball trade simulator stuff. It's gonna be a crazy good time, so definitely make sure you're there for that. Other than that, just standard content. But please let us know what you think in the comments down below about not only the Blue Jays and what we have to do come trade deadline and what we have to do with our team right now, but also everything we talked about at the beginning of the video. Byron Buxton, Mad Max being available. All that stuff, comments, let us know.
Guys, you can also listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker. You can also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And as well, guys, $3 a month, and you can become a Patreon. Shout out and thank you to all of our Patrons right here on the screen. These guys have the ability to come on to our show on our Wine Unwinds, which, you know what? It's going to be a long show on Friday. Why don't we get, if any of these guys, you're watching this video, you want to call in? Call in.
Absolutely. Also, shout out to Abba Edgar, new Patreon member. Thank you so much for hopping on that, subscribing, everything. We really appreciate it, man.
Thank you. And guys, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use the code today, Jays. We're watching you guys. Use the code. We know when you're using it, when you're not using it. No, when you're using it, so use it, please. Thank you guys so much.
And go, Jays, go!